In Hueco Mundo, mercy is weakness, and weakness is death. But in the endless sands of that cursed world, something wild was born. Not just a hollow, not just a killer, but a force of nature. His name was Grimmjow. Before he was Espada number 6, before he stood among the elite, he was a beast, a panther-shaped monster with one instinct: survive. In the desert wasteland where evolution came through violence, Grimmjow tore his way through anything in his path. When a group tried to test him, he responded with fangs. They thought he was prey. Grimmjow reminded him he was the predator. Impressed, the group knelt before him. They saw in Grimmjow not just power, but potential, the future king of Hueco Mundo. But evolution has its limits. Even after devouring thousands, the others reached their ceiling. The dream of becoming Vasto Lorde faded. Grimmjow? He refused to accept limits. He wasn't made to stop. He was born to rise. You quit now? Fine, but I'm not done. I'll never be done. Grimmjow shed his beastly skin. He tore through the barrier between hollow and human. And when he emerged as an Arrancar, he did it not for peace. He did it to fight. Brutal, unrelenting. He didn't fight for Aizen. He didn't fight for rank. He fought because it was who he was. Chaos wrapped in flesh. A monster with a reason to roar. Grimmjow never played by the rules. He didn't bow to authority. Not to Tosin, not to Ulquiorra, not even to Aizen when the mood struck him. And that made him dangerous. He hated Ulquiorra, not just because they clashed, but because Ulquiorra represented calm, cold logic. Grimmjow was the opposite. Chaos and instinct. Fire to Ulquiorra's ice. But if there was one person who truly defined Grimmjow's path, it was Ichigo Kurosaki. Their rivalry was never simple. It was survival versus conviction, monster versus man. Ichigo wounded Grimmjow, scarred him permanently, and Grimmjow kept that scar, not as shame, but as fuel. A reminder that someone had pushed him back, and he wouldn't rest until he returned the favor. He could have taken Ichigo while he was broken, but that wasn't his way. Grimmjow wanted a fight, a real one, because even in madness, he had a warrior's code. Beneath the blood and brutality, Grimmjow had a strange sense of honor. He repaid debts. He showed mercy when it suited him. But it wasn't kindness. It was pride. He never saw himself as a hero, but he wasn't just a villain either. He was a force, unstoppable, unapologetic, and completely himself. Born in hell, raised in chaos, fueled by rage, Grimmjow wasn't crafted by fate. He clawed his way to the top through blood, death, and rebellion. He wasn't meant to follow. He was born to rule, and even in defeat, he never bowed. I ain't gonna die, not until I tear you apart.